Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I just received my premium Boxycharm box for the month of January 2022, and today we're going to jump into it, unbox it, do a full review, try-on, demo, and for the first time in a while, I will be trying like everything on camera because there's no allergens in here and it's going to be a good time. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching and don't forget to subscribe because I upload every other day. That'll be the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to jump into my January 2022 Boxycharm Premium Box with me, stay tuned. I am really excited about one of these products because I did get it in PR before my Boxycharm came, and it is the new Desert Sunset palette from Aether Beauty. And I have not tried this on camera yet, but I already have it. So it is in my box. I'm going to be doing a giveaway today. So anybody who likes this video, comments down below, and is subscribed to my channel will be entered to win. I will be picking somebody at random to win one of these palettes because I already own it. We are going to be doing a full demo with it shortly, but we're going to get there. So the theme of this box is Better Beauty, which I actually think is really cool because they do an ingredient spotlight on a bunch of the ingredients that are found in these products, why they're good for you, what they do. Plus, apparently all of the products in here are on the cleaner side, which I am really excited about. Anyway, jumping into that theme card, this is variation 209. So clearly there's a lot of variations in this box, so the odds of you getting the exact same box are pretty slim, which is another reason that I want to give away one of these palettes, because you might not get it. Anyway, before we jump into the palette, I'm going to work my way up to that by getting the rest of the face done. First item out of the box comes from Juice Beauty, the Organic Solution. This is the Bamboo Pore Refining Mask, retailing for $36. Clear and hydrate your skin at the same time with this pore refining mask. Help protect against maskne with bamboo, charcoal, and kaolin clay to help detox, aspen bark to smooth and hydrate, and exfoliating polyhydroxy acids for a softer, smoother complexion. I love this mask. I have gotten it in full sizes before. I also got a trial size of it, I believe in an Ipsy, like a regular, but it was a small little amount. It is a fantastic mask. I'm not going to use it on camera today because I have used it, so I don't really need to demo it. It is a standard black charcoal mask that you apply, you let it dry, you wash it off. Lightly exfoliating, definitely detoxing, and leaves your skin nice and radiant. But I'm already feeling pretty radiant, so we're going to jump into the next item. This comes from LYS Beauty. This is not Liss Beauty, it is LYS. It stands for Love Yourself. I actually learned that because they posted on Instagram, like, it's not Liss, it's LYS. So LYS Beauty, I know when the bronzers came out, I definitely said that wrong. But this is the Secure Skin Gripping Serum Primer. Retails for $20. The Daily Serum Primer helps to balance and brighten the skin while controlling the appearance of excessive shine throughout the day. For a seamless complexion with or without makeup, it is packed with skincare ingredients for guilt-free beauty that feels as good as it looks. I'm going to take a quick look at the ingredients. So it has a bunch of vitamin C and citrus-based ingredients to lighten, brighten, and tighten your skin. Niacinamide for glow and hydration, as well as pore refinement. There's also a bunch of really great binders in here that just help to smooth everything over, but I don't see any dimethicones or silicones. A little bit of glycerin for hydration though, so all in, definitely seems more skincare-y than makeup. I did get a comment, I want to say in my last video, and somebody asked me, I think the comment was, Brett, can you finish the debate? Is a primer skincare or makeup? And the answer is both. Most of the time, your primer is really just a supercharged moisturizer, but in many cases, it's also makeup. So this is, you can see, a very thin consistency. So I did shake it up, and we're just gonna open this up and apply some. Now, if you know, you know, but primers and face mists are some of my favorite products because I find that those are the ones I like to use even when I'm not wearing makeup. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this. It looked like it was gonna be very Milk Hydra grippy, but it is not nearly as thick. It is a very thin consistency and definitely feels more like a serum. It does not have a weird smell to it. It doesn't even really have a citrusy smell. It just smells like clean, which if you've used skincare, you know what that means. It just has that crisp smell. Like I said, it's not quite like the Milk Hydra Grip. It does not feel like it's super tacky, but there's a little bit of a stick there. So I definitely see the gripping and holding onto makeup aspect. Now, I do not have a foundation to play with from the box. The next item is a setting powder. So I'm going to go throw on my foundation and concealer off camera, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Foundation concealer is on, and we're up to the next item in the box. This comes from Bare Minerals, and this is the Original Mineral Veil. Retailing for $27, the skin-improving, weightless, and talc-free mineral setting powder will extend the wear of your makeup while blurring and minimizing the appearance of pores over time. So I have used this powder in the past, but it has been so long, and when I mentioned that I didn't love this powder in my spoiler video, so many of you told me I needed to give it a second chance, so today we're going to give it a second chance. I am going to grab a little bit of setting spray on my sponge just to make sure that I press out any creases, because I don't want to set creases. And one thing I do want to call your attention to is I do really see the pores on my nose pretty heavily. So even though there is niacinamide in that primer for pore refinement, if you find that you have a lot of pores, you might still want to go in with something a little bit more blurring, because it is going to grip and hydrate and all those things. But I am going to say that I'm not seeing like smoothing on that. Not that it claims to be smoothing, but you know, when you're using a primer, if you are very pore-ridden like I am, you want to make sure that it's going to cover your pores. Now, what I didn't like about this powder when I used it in the past was I felt that it did not keep me matte throughout the day. It looked really nice when I put it on, but the second that I went outside or started to like let my skin acclimate, it would absolutely start to show oils. Now, right now, I have a pretty perfected matte finish, so I'm not mad at it. But I'm also in Colorado, where again, I feel like I'm saying this in every video, I am drier, so it's not really something I see as often. All right, I am ready to jump into the eyeshadow palette, which, like I said, is what I am most excited for. I'm gonna grab some brushes. This is the Aether Beauty Desert Sunset Palette. It is a brand new launch. It launched like 2 days ago. Retailing for $48, 10 shades in Ultra Matte, Shimmer, Duochrome, and Metallic finishes to create gorgeous, glowing looks. Crystal charged pigment infused with amber powder to improve your glow by illuminating the skin with its reflective properties, formulated with organic coconut oil, shea butter, prickly pear seed oil, and moringa seed oil. Now, I have used their eyeshadows in the past, and I never had an issue with the coconut. Really, when I use coconut on my face, I get breakouts in this area. So I'm going to test it on the eyes and hope that there's no issue. But like I said, I've used a lot of their palettes and I've never had that issue in the past. I'm going to start up here in the dark brown. That shade is called Sedona. And I'm going to take that on a packer brush. You definitely get quite a bit of product. So I'm going to tap it off. And I am trying to take a very small amount because I do want to build this up very slowly. So I'm going to start going back and forth in the crease. And you see we're getting some pretty intense pigment, which is why I tapped the brush off as much as I did. And once I feel like I have a decent amount of that color down, I'm going to, with no additional product, just start buffing up and diffusing those edges in small circular motions. I will end up building that up a little bit more, but I'm going to switch to this shade right here. That is the shade Desert Sand. And I'm going to take that on the tip of that same brush. I went in, and I'm going to just turn my brush on the side, and I'm going to gently buff the crease with that. On the side of that brush, we're going to jump down here into Mesquite, which is the really dark brown. And I'm going to take a very small amount of that, and I'm going to pack that on the outer portion of my lid, and then I'm going to gently build it under the crease to add some definition. Switching over to a clean blending brush with no additional color, I'm just going to kind of blend and soften all of that. I do want to also call attention to the fact that there is no fallout right now. Whenever I use clean beauty products, the eyeshadows typically don't have as many binders in them, so they're more likely to get fallout. Anytime I use an Aether palette, I don't have that issue. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mix my brush between the dark brown and the lighter auburny brown. And I'm just going to slowly build up the edges, sticking pretty close to the lid. Before I do the lid shade, I'm going to grab a dark brown liner. This is the Artist Colored Pencil from Makeup Forever in the shade Dimensional Dark Brown, and I'm going to throw that in my waterline. Switching to a pencil brush, I'm going to take the dark brown shade, And I'm going to smudge that very close to the lash line. Then on the larger side of that brush, in that lighter, more auburn brown, we're going to smoke that out. And once we get to this area of the lower lash, I'm going to make sure to connect, so that way the outer corner of the lower lash connects to the outer corner of the upper lid. And that's just going to keep the whole thing looking like one eyeshadow and not like you got a top and bottom going on. Now for the lid shade, a bunch of these colors are calling to me, but this gold right here called Sunrise is just probably the one that I am the most interested in digging my brush into. So I'm going to pick that up on an eyeshadow packer brush. I am going to give this a quick mist with a setting spray, because I find every single eyeshadow, no matter how expensive or affordable or clean or not clean it is, I like it better when I spray it. So I'm going to do that and put it on my lid. With that first brush, we're just going to soften and blend the edges. And that color is beautiful. So I'm going to go do this on this eye, throw on some mascara, and I'll be right back. All right, I am back. I did take a tiny bit of the lightest shade right here, which is called Twilight, and pop that on the inner corner. I throw on mascara. I'm skipping a lash, because when I do a lash, you can't see the eyeshadow, and I just spent a lot of time on the eyeshadow. I also threw on some contour and bronzer, a little bit of blush, and just pressed that in. And I did my brows, and now we're ready for the next item in the box. This comes from CoverFX, and this is the Custom Enhancer Palette. This is a travel-friendly palette featuring the 3 best-selling shades from the Custom Enhancer Drops. The new talc-free pressed powder, at home or on the go, sweep over the high points of the face to instantly illuminate your complexion, retailing for $42. I'm actually going to take 2 of the shades today. I'm going to start with the lighter one in the middle, which is the shade Sunlight. And I'm going to take that on the highest point of the cheek and just under the brow. That is really a beautiful color. And then, switching to my blush brush, I'm going to take a tiny bit of Blossom, which is the pinky color, and I'm going to press that on the apple of the cheek and then blend the whole thing together. What that's going to do is it's going to make it so that there's no stripe of highlight on the cheek. Instead, you're just going to have this whole global like luminosity to the cheek, and that pink is going to work as like a blush topper. So you get a little bit of that pink where the blush is, you blend that into the champagne of the highlight, and then with whatever's left on my brush, I'll just kind of dust that everywhere just to give a little bit more of that healthy shine. Now I have used this in the past and I love this formula. I don't remember why I downsized it, and now that I've played with it again, I will definitely be using this a lot more, and I'm kind of upset that I got rid of it the first time I had it. So I'm definitely happy for this. And the last item out of the box comes from the brand Persona. This is the lip liner. Line and define and shape your lips with a creamy blendable lip liner formulated with jojoba oil, hydrogenated cottonseed oil for effortless glide-on application to create the perfect canvas for long-lasting lip color, cruelty-free, paraben-free, and vegan. So I'm going to use this to line my lips. Based on the color of the bag, it looked like it was going to be more of a dark, vampy purple, but it looks more like a deep nude, and I feel like this is going to be flattering on a lot of people. So that is super creamy and a really beautiful formula. I'm going to grab a lipstick to pop in the center. So this is the Huda Beauty lip cream in the shade Interview. I feel like it's going to be a really pretty color to go with that liner. It's very pretty. It's definitely a little bit on the neutral side. So I'm going to grab Rebel Rebel, which is a lip gloss from Beauty for Real, and I'm going to add a tiny bit of this on top just to warm it up. And see how that just gave it the tiniest bit of a warmer tone, just to complement the brown in the eyes a little bit more. Now, the premium box is a $39 value. You pay like $40 to get it, and this is $187 worth of product. Looking at the face altogether, I think everything worked really beautifully, and I'm happy with how everything looks today. Taking you through the products, obviously the mask I didn't try on camera, but I do know I like. I am a really big fan of how the primer laid. Now this is a foundation, this is a tinted moisturizer that I have used many, many times for many, many years, and my skin looks extra refreshed today compared to even what it normally looks like. The highlight looks beautiful, the eyeshadow is stunning. I'm even not getting super shiny and greasy, so even the powder is working. I think the lip is beautiful, and you're definitely going to be seeing a lot more of this color from me, especially with the way that this like terracotta nude came together. I think the whole thing is stunning. This might be one of those boxes where every single product works, which is a big contrast from my base box. So as always, let me know your thoughts down below. I would love to hear what you have to say, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!